Alright, black cards. Everyman, black and two. Okay. Okay. Arden, 8 mana. This is one of these. That's not the worst reanimate target, right? Demons you control have menace, lifelink, and haste. At the beginning of command on your turn, exile up to one target creature card from a graveyard. If you exile a card this way, create a token that's a copy of that card except as 5/5 black demon. That card's just saw. Are we gonna add it? Just reanimate's not even a deck right now. But I think I would be happy to play one off over, an extra copy of Valgavas. You can get a nice little 2-for-1 to reanimate that, bring back an Atraxa. It's pretty nice with Atraxa if you mill both. And it's one cheaper than Valgavas, which is relevant. It's in the right colors to be cast and stuff. Bring back a meringue. I mean, a lot of things. 2/1. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to each opponent and his wizards. Oh, Cecile, Dark Knights. We already talked about that card on stream. A black 2/3 Death Touch, Legend, Darkness. Whenever it deals damage, you lose that much life. Then, if your life total is less than or equal to your starting life total, untap Cecile and transform it. Turns into a 4/4 lifelink that whenever it attacks other attacking creature, gain indestructible until end of turn. Okay, so what was the deal with that card? It's a good blocker. Not really a build around. People were asking about Death Shadow and stuff. I feel like it's just in some ways kind of vanilla because it can just be good in any deck. Really, it doesn't really needs to be built around or super benefits from building around. Jaco says I think it's just a good card. Yeah, fine 1-drop. Some more stable Death Shadow. No, I mean I don't think you can. I mean, I get why you compare it to Death Shadow, but it's so different. Like, it's not strong enough to build your entire deck around it. Hey, Oaf says it's solid in blue black mid. Yeah, I feel like it's solid in any creature. Like it's good in a beatdown deck too, right? But it's also a legend, so you can't really play 4. You just play one or two in every black deck almost. Maybe not even like the more control-ish ones. You still want to be somewhat aggressive, right? Play like 2. I don't even think you play 2. You just can't afford to have 2 in your opening hands. I don't think it's exciting enough to risk that. Cecile is a 4 or none of, I think. Yeah, I think the opposite. I think it's exactly like a one-off or whatever. I think it's exactly a one-off. There are some nice synergies. Alright, well, let's add it to the list. Damn. 3 cards in and black is already doing better than blue. Wizard speed down. Dark Confident. Give my Dark Confident +1/+0 and lifelink. I mean, that card is maybe. You'd need to be like a lot of creatures, a lot of wizards. I don't know. It's very specific card. I'm assuming it doesn't have the supporting cast to be built around. Cornered by Black Mage. Black 1 sorcery. Target a win, sacrifice a creature of their choice. Create that 1 black wizards that has 1 damage. That's pretty bad. Dark Confident. Fare you well, Bringer of Light. Do I need to read what Dark Confident does? Card sucks. What's the first most played black deck? The mere midrange. Or is a Pixie? That's probably pretty low casting cost now. Black Demons, reveal my annex, XDD. It is good with Cecil, I guess. It does help you flip Cecil faster. Yeah, kind of good with Cecil. What about in that red-black prowess deck? You do have delay lines in your deck that are 4 mana. Alright, is Dark Confident playable in Standard 2025? Turn 1 the rest, turn 2 Dark Confident, turn 3 Lily, anyone? That's not awful. Sideboard. Alright, sounds like it can be added to the list just because it is like pretty good sideboard cards in some matchups. That card's kind of nice. Black and 2 drop select, equip creature gets +3/+1 is a knight in addition to its other types. Equip, pay 3 life, activate only once each turn. I think hits pretty hard. Makes all your. I mean, I could see a losing. I can see some like that it survives like lockdown kind of. I think it's really obnoxious. Triggers mice. His nasty was Heartfire Hero. Yeah, I mean this plus your 2-drop, right? You just pay 3 life. You have the 1 on left behind. Isn't Bub amazing in a Pixie-like deck? I mean, amazing's probably a strong word. I could see that card making, you know, making you want to play black in your mice deck. And I feel like there's maybe some things we're forgetting about. Maybe there's just a straight up like white-black knight stack. There's a bunch of knight synergies. And that card's just really, really good. It's really pushed in a creature deck. Just five mana zombify. Return target creature from the garage to the battlefield with 2 additional counters on it. And cruelty of Gig still legal. Demon Wall is a demon for annex. Okay. Free demon for 2 defender menace. As long as the creature has a counter on it, it can attack as it didn't have defender. 6 mana, put 2+1/+1 counter on this creature. Okay, I don't hate it. Feels better than Rakshasa. Feels better than a creature that hasn't seen play. At least I was right about Rakshasa. Need counters from the Nighthawk guy. Also, I like it's a demon wall called Demon Wall, yeah. They didn't miss it this time. They missed it was the Flying Menace. What's the name of that 2/2 flyer? It was 2/2 Flying Menace. And they should have called it the Flying Menace. It was a dino. Missed opportunity. Alright, does Demon Wall make the cuts? Annex messed up cards. I'm kind of about it, honestly. It blocks the 2/2 cutter token. It's kind of a big deal. Blocks their first stupid token. Alright, I added it to the list. Fang, Fearless, not sure how to say that. Isai, Alsai, is that an L and I? Black and 2, Human Warrior, 2 free. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, you draw a card and lose your 1 life. This ability triggers only once a turn, and you can meld it. So there's that blue-green creature that does that, but much better. But blue-green and black are obviously different colors, so that card could be good. Now you guys really are not about it. And the roots deck and stuff. Catch me most adjacent. I mean, color restriction is a real thing in Magic. You don't just get to play any card in your deck, right? It has to be in the right colors. Alright, I'm the only one who believes in that card. I guess I'll move on. Oh no, sis on Balfa says I kind of like it. I got someone on board. Early access try, yeah. 4 mana, sorcery, create 2 tap, 2/2 black horror creature tokens. The spell was cast from a graveyard instead. Create X of those tokens where X is the amount of creature cards in your graveyards. Alright, card seems bad. Gaius von Balser. Balzor? Black 2, legend, free 2. When it enters, choose 1. Each player sacrifices a creature token. Their choice, each player sacrifices a non-token creature of their choice. Each player sacrifices an enchantment of their choice. The enchantment part's kind of nice against domain, if that's a thing. Sideboard as enchantment hate, yeah. It seems so overcosted. It's nice against specifically domain, you get hit. An enchantment, you get hit. The 2/1 flyer token. It's pretty narrow. I don't know. Getting props is nice. Decent against. It's like it is so expensive though. Gets auto token. It gets. There's a lot of good enchantments you want to get rid of. Better than a Withering Tournament, yeah. It doesn't trigger the White Innocence. Yeah, you can't have an Annex in play. Human Soldier. I don't see it. I think the rate's too bad. Yeah, any flicker effect or some kind of synergy. Double triggers. Or free for 4 menace legends. Whenever it deals common damage to a player, you may exile it, then return to battlefield from spawn or control. And then you get a 7/7 menace. Each of them discard a card and you draw a card for 2 turns. Each of them sacrifices 2 creatures. I mean, super nasty if you get it to live and hit. Maybe you can reanimate it with haste or something? Is there like... What does the black-red Gearhulk do? He needs haste. We agree. What's the best ways of giving it haste? There's a 2/1 red creature, yeah. I even like it as a Shelly alternative. Honestly, Shelly's so bad. I'd be shocked if that card's better than Shelly. I'll take almost anything over Shelly. Spike mentioned it was Arena of Glory in Modern. Okay. Makes our list from the last set better? What do you mean? What does that transform to? Pretty much somewhat of a game-winning card. 7/7 menace. Each open discards a card and you draw a card. You do that twice. And then each open sacrifices 2 creatures of your choice. Alright, I guess I'll add it to the list. Just because, like, people play Shelly, and I feel like that card's just probably better than Shelly. I mean, I'm just a Shelly hater. King, Traitorous Dragoon. Black and 2/2/4. Jump during your turn, it has flying. Human Knight Legend. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, the player gains control of Kane. If they do, you draw that many cards, create that many tap treasure tokens, then lose that much life. So you play it on free, you attack, it deals, you gain 2. I mean, you need to pump it probably for it to be good. Or bounce spells, I guess. It's not worth it to like play it just to bounce it. Or stun it. Yeah, but is that worth it? I feel like you need to pump it first. Probably both, right? You need to be able to pump it and you need to be able to like bounce it. There's rage, there's the equipment. Gateway Glamour flickers it. Is Gateway Glamour any spell? That card's pretty cool, right? It's a white spree card. Hey, thank you all in the chat as well. Says this card's awesome. Kane, Cecil, Dark Knight, Sword, let's go. That's not gonna be relevant for actual standard. Yeah, it's kind of slim picking so far. I think most people agree. It's a new creature. I mean, it blocks much better. Blocks much better. Doesn't need to deal damage. I mean, it's not like there's 0 flying creatures. Like, there's a lot of flying creatures in standard, right? I think that card's just bad. Ninja's Blade. Black and 2, job select, equipment. Whenever equip creature gets +1/+1 is a ninja. In addition to starter, it has whenever this creature deals command damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card that player loses life equal to discarded card's mana value. Just discard an Atraxa. It's only 2 mana to equip. 2/2 for free for a looter. I mean, people hated the blue one, and that one's like not much better. Seems solid. People call the blue one on play. This one also needs to deal combat damage. People like that card? People hated the blue one and liked that one? Alright. Overkill. Does overkill kind of cover spots? So you ever gonna want to pay free for your removal? Phantom Train. 2 mana discard spell. Discard spell. Target player reveals their hand. You choose an artifact or creature card from it. That player discard that card. Not that you can target yourself. You can discard your own Atraxa. And it kills mouse, some of the mouse. It kills the steel cutter tokens. Kills the otters. The modality is really nice in standard right now. So break against omniscience. So it's probably a sideboard card at best. So break against omniscience and narrow probably against a lot of decks too. Oh, it's not a break against omniscience. It takes meringue. That's decent. You're right. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Let's add it to the list, I guess. I don't think I played this over the one-drop version with cycling. I mean, the -1/-1 is a real thing, right? When Steel Cutter is the most played deck. Reno and Rude. 2 mana, 2/1 menace. When it deals combat damage to a player, exile the top part of that player's library. Then you may sack another creature or artifact. If you do, you may play the exile card this turn and mana of any type can be sent to cast. Wow. Wait, what? Black and 1 sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Flashback 7? I didn't know that card existed. Why did only Sephiroth get good cards? There's like 2 good cards in the set, and it's like Sephiroth and Sephiroth's like plans. Isn't Cash Grab better? In some decks, yeah, Cash Grab is better. That's a good point. Cash Grab only gets Sperm, but Cash Grab triggers Insidious Roots. This one doesn't. This card doesn't trigger Insidious Roots. Zombify. I agree. I was also thinking Reanimator. But isn't Pricklock Prankster just better in blue-black? Isn't Prankster just better? Isn't like just either Prankster or Cash Grab better in these decks? Or not? Oh, that's a weird list. Yeah, but Cash Grab you play in Insidious Roots, and then Prankster you play in blue-black. Being able to get a land is a huge deal, I guess. Alright, well. Plus they printed all these like. Because like, if you look at it, Reanimator already has everything it wants, right? In theory. So it just means that the deck's just kind of flawed. Unless you get a massive upgrade, which they're not going to give you, right? They're not going to give you a free mana Zombify. They're not going to give you, Entomb kind of cards. So it would mean like I guess Reanimator is kind of just there, right? Like Jesse Hampton won that one showcase and that deck's a bit of play and it's fine, but maybe all these little upgrades, Revelation and that 8 mana thing, I think is pretty good. And then the summon, probably the colorless summon, like that guy, Arden's pretty good. The colorless summon might be good. May just all adds up. And reanimate would be legit. It's not even about looting, Kim. I mean, I know you're joking, but also you could play Black White for Animator and use Zombify and Abilities for Animate Nice of the rounds. Yeah, you could. Alright, next. Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. Why is Soldier in all caps? Black into human avatar soldier, free legend, obviously. Whenever Sephiroth enters or attacks, you may sack another creature. If you do, draw a card. Whenever another creature dies, target open loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. If this is the 4th time this ability has triggered this turn Sephiroth thing, that's probably the best card in the set, right? Even though it's not obvious that it goes into any existing standard decks, but just... Yeah, and Modern's probably going to be really good. Oh, Soldier is the name of the org. Okay. Special destination and rank. Sorry. And then the flip side is a 5/5 flying that says, as it transforms, you get an emblem with whenever a creature dies, target open and loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Whenever it attacks, you may sack any number of other creatures if you do draw that many cards. Athena, have you pre-ordered Sephiroth for like 80, but have you like spent your life savings to order a playset of Sephiroth yet for your Yogg deck? No. You're like, I got one. I had enough money saved for one. Yeah, Vivi might be better than Sephiroth, true. I mean, you definitely have to build around it. It's not like good enough to just like. But how hard is it to build around it? It's definitely worth it. How do you flip it? How do you sack 4? Where's that one deck? What deck was I thinking about? Oh yeah, these decks. The like disturbing mirth decks. Percussionist is a nice one to sack. Minor? Does Sephiroth trigger Dude, it triggers crime. That's pretty gross. Triggers crime. Maybe a skeleton aggro deck. And people are saying mobilize too. Forge is cool. Yeah, but it's free mana and free mana. Sack another creature, surveil one, activate only once each turn. I see like the cheap creature that you might want to sack. You can't dirtle too much either, or else you're just gonna die or Sephiroth. And it still does die to like kicked flame or whatever it's called, kick torch. Bloodghast. Ooh, Bloodghast is a nice one, yeah. Was a single voice of victory, it flips was a removal spell. Yeah, white black. Probably what yeah, I mean it could be anything. White black, black green, black reds, steel cutter, XTD. It's an avatar, it cannot be hit with overlords. Well, you don't really want to play Overlord in your Sephiroth deck because you kind of want to impact the board on turn 1, turn 2, just have creatures in play you can sack, right? And Overlord's always good with creatures. No, I loaded up this deck because I remember it being, you're already playing sack fodder for the mess, so I want to see what was in it. Whatever deck has enough ways to enable Seth will probably need a second payoff for all the small creatures. Well, you could play like Raise the Pass or something. Is that the only mass reanimates? That thing, 4 mana, return all creature cards with mana value Tierlist from your yard to the battlefield. I don't know if I have white black pixie build on this account. These guys might be good enough. Just random value 2 drop. Enduring Innocence, not the worst card to sack to it either. The Frost plus Rare Club Legends plus Frona plus 2 Honest Roshan infinite damage. Okay, maybe that's yeah. I mean, it's a lot of pieces, but they kind of find each other, right? Could just be that. Could just be the Legends deck. Oh, there we go. Wait, there was a deck called Ragdos Mirth Aggro. That one probably has a lot of cheap creatures. Freebooter, Stalker, Percussionist, Souls of the Lost, FOMO. I didn't make any changes. Why is it asking me? Wizards. Yeah, silly as lizards. Alright, is Sephiroth Intervention also busted? No. Alright, 6 mana. Summon Primal Auden. 6 mana, 5/3. Saga Knight. First one is first chapter, destroy target creature and opening controls. So they had like a black Gear Hulk in some ways. 2, this creature gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. And then 3, draw 2 cards, each player loses 2 life. So you have like a 1 turn window to hit them with it and you win the game. But even if you don't manage, it's like still good value. It's Odin, just like the Norse gods. Yeah, I struggle with like pronunciation sometimes. How do you say it? Odin? 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 Colors of his monstrous rage. Yeah. Odin. Odin. Thank you. So what are people gonna play that card? Is it just another one or two up in your reanimate deck? In your mid-range reanimate deck? Is that a zombify target? I mean, you're typically not looking to cast 6 mana spells. I mean, I guess it's an enchantment for domain. But it's already a creature. Wait, does Zur give... How does Zur work with these cards? Andre Clip. Used to follow you on Twitter. Well, I still do, except I don't go on Twitter anymore. Thanks for the Prime sub, bud. Welcome to the sewer. Reanimate that. It is kind of 6 mana. It curves in, Cruelty of Gix. Kind of nice to have a 6 mana spell to get some high impact 6 mana spell to get with Cruelty of Gix. And that one kind of fits the bill. Zur says enchantment creatures you control have Death Touch, Lifelink, and Hexproof. Alright, a lot of people are not seeing it. Let's not add it to the list. 2-1 for a black. This creature enters tapped with a stun counter on it. And during your turn, it has First Strike and Death Touch, so it's kind of unblockable. 1 mana, unblockable, but it doesn't get to attack for a while. It's probably no goods.
Bonjour, Monsieur Strimer.
Bonjour, Monsieur content creator Yenlek. Thanks for the 17 months. Undercity, Dire Rat. 2-2 for a black and a 1. Rat Tail. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. The art is gas. Vane's Treachery, 2 mana, -2/-2 until end of turn instant, second artifact or creature. If this spell was kicked, that creature gets -6/-6. Is that better in any way, shape, or form than what we already have? You can sack like maps and whatnot. You can sack maps and treasure. Good against a mouse. Pretty bad against Draycatcher. You probably can't afford your 2 mana removal spell to not kill the Draycatcher. Unless people stop playing Draycatcher. Vincent Valentine, 4 mana, 2/2 Assassin Legend. Whenever a creature an opponent control dies, put a number of +1/+1 counters on Vincent equal to that creature's power. Whenever it attacks, you may transform it. Okay. Free to trample lifelink. When it dies, return it to battlefield tapped. Wait, it doesn't keep its counters, right? Or does it? No, maybe it does. Same card, right? And it has trample lifelink. Right, still dead, right? Vincent's Limit Break. Black and 1, tiered. Till end of turn, target creature controlled gains when this creature dies, returns to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. It has the chosen base power and toughness. So it brings back as a free 2 for 2, 5/2 for free, and then 7/2 for 5. Next. Hey, earlier 90, welcome to chat. I agree, that card's just too expensive. Almost feels like they could have made it free mana, and I'm not sure I would have seen play on free mana. What do people think? Is that card playable at free? Probably still not somehow. Xenos Yay Galvus. Black free legend 4/4. Human Noble Warrior. When it enters, choose a creature and opponent controls. Till end of turn, creatures other than Xenos Yay Galvus and the chosen creature gets -2/-2. Yeah, it's pretty good against mouse and otters, right? Is there a better one already in standard? There's Harvester. When a chosen creature leaves the battlefield, transform Yay Galvus. 8/8 flying as its turn first transforms, choose an opponent. When a chosen player loses the game, you always say the legendary thing. So it flips into an 8/8 flying basically. So it's a Harvester of Misery that you can't cycle. Its ability's not as good, but the upside is you get that 8/8. Seems kind of bad. 5 black mana, 5/5 indestructible god legend. When it enters, each player sacks half the non-god Creatures that control their choice round it down. The 3 is 1. And 1 is 0. Whenever a player sacrifices another creature, put +1/+1 counter on Zodiac. Alright, next. Midgar City of Mako, black 1. Tab black. Alright, sorcery. Black and 2 for sorcery. You may sack an artifact or creature. If you do, draw 2 cards. Card seems pretty bad. I mean, if you're monocolor and you want to tap land, you're probably just playing Sunken Citadel and Fountain Port, right? And it does stack Bloodghast. We're talking about, like, it might be decent with Sephiroth, but coming to play tapped, when you're trying to curve into Sephiroth, you kind of want to curve 1 and a 2. Oh, you do get the land. It's kind of rough. I kind of forgot because other ones are also so expensive. It's not even relevant. Right. It's not nothing. It's not great, but especially since you just drew 2 cards, you're probably making your land drops, but the land sucks. I don't know. Why tab though? Because or else these cards would just be busted. You'd just play 4 in every deck. It doesn't sag the creature on cast, which isn't great. Really? Usually you're worried about your spell getting countered. It's usually an upside, historically. 5-mana sorcery. Destroy target creature nobody controls, then draw a card for each creature died this turn. Any combos? Was that one? That's your own. You stack your own creatures to generate mana or something. Similar Flux, 5 mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 1. I said 5/5. Sorry, you may pay 1 life. If you do, draw a card and put a counter on it. It's a fine card, but alright, there we have it. Black has a decent bid. Arden, the 8 mana reanimate target. Cecil, the 2/3 Death Touch. Dark Confidant, maybe more of a sideboard card. Dark Knight's Greatsword, that's the equipment. The Demon Wall to go as Annex. Just a 2-mana demon. Jesh the Guardian, the one that's really good if you manage to ever hit them for 3 manas. Poison the Waters is a split spell. Resentful Revelation was the kind of in black into fade that self-mails and flashback and Sephiroth. What happened to blue? Yeah, I don't know. No one knows. Alright, chat, I need a quick break.